All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're not just talking about some vague motivation. We are literally building a blueprint. We're going to get into the nuts and bolts of unlocking the person you know you can be using a really powerful framework. So if you're ready to finally close that gap between who you are and who you could be, let's begin.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? It's something pretty much everyone has felt. You look around at your life, maybe your job, your situation, and you just know, deep down, this isn't the full picture. It's not a real reflection of what you're capable of. There's a gap. And this whole explainer, it's about closing that gap for good.
And here's the thing, the material we're drawing from is crystal clear on this point. You already have greatness inside you. It's not a question of if it's there, but how you're going to access it. So let's get into the very first part of this blueprint and figure out where this whole journey kicks off.
Okay, section 1. This is the foundation. It's all about finding your dream. And the key word here is overwhelming. This isn't just about setting some nice goal. It's about finding a why that is so massive, so powerful, that it becomes the bedrock for everything else you're about to do.
You know, the word that just jumps out here is overwhelms. It's not saying you should manage your fear or work through it. No, it's saying your dream needs to be so ridiculously huge, so all-consuming, that it makes your fears feel small and insignificant by comparison. That right there is a total game changer of a perspective.
And this is what that actually means. This dream, it becomes your fuel. It's your engine. It's the thing that drags you out of bed when every single part of your being just wants to hit snooze and stay in that comfort zone. The pull of that dream has got to be stronger than the push of your own exhaustion.
And let's be clear, this is not a weekend hobby. The source material talks about this like a total obsession. It has to become the central thing your entire life is organized around. You have to believe in it so hard that you can see it perfectly, even when you're the only person in the world who does. But just having the dream isn't enough. The next part of the blueprint is all about what happens when that dream slams into reality. Okay, so you've got the dream. Now for the reality check. The path to getting there isn't some clean, straight line. It's messy. It's chaotic. And greatness isn't about avoiding that chaos. It's about learning how to operate, how to thrive right in the middle of it. Everybody hits this moment. Everybody. The point where it gets so hard it feels like you're walking through hell. And at that moment, you have a really simple choice. The average person? They turn back. But this blueprint, it demands a different response. It's that old saying, right? If you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, why would you want to stop there? So what is this chaos we're talking about? Well, it's basically these 4 things. It's the projects that just completely fail. It's the people, sometimes even your friends and family, who tell you you're crazy. It's that little voice inside your own head saying you can't do it. And maybe the toughest one of all, it's that constant nagging feeling that you should just quit.
And this really just nails it, doesn't it? You can't make the storm disappear. The real skill is becoming the calm, unshakable center while it rages all around you. It's about building that mental toughness to just hold your ground, knowing that eventually the storm has to pass.
So, you've got your dream as the fuel, and you've got the resilience to handle the chaos. Now the blueprint moves to the engine itself. Daily, relentless action. This is the part where the dream meets the dirt.
You know what's great about this? How simple it is. It's a 3-step framework. First, you have to truly decide. You commit. Second, you show up. The source material says half the battle is just getting yourself to the fight. And third, maybe the most important part of all, you do it today. I mean, wow, that just cuts right to the bone, doesn't it? Tomorrow is not a viable option. Think about how often we all say, I'll start tomorrow. This blueprint argues that the word tomorrow is where dreams go to die. You got to get it out of your vocabulary. The only time you really have is right now.
This all comes down to what you could call integrity of effort. We all know what we need to do to make our lives better. The discipline isn't actually doing it, and not just kind of doing it, but going all the way. Trust me, the pain of wondering, what if I had actually given it my all, is so much worse than the pain of the effort itself. So all of this, the dream, the chaos, the discipline, it leads us to the final and maybe the most powerful piece of the puzzle. All those external actions, they start to forge a new reality on the inside. You have to fundamentally change the way you think. I absolutely love this idea. You are not a fixed object. You're a creation. And guess what? You're also the creator. Growth isn't about some one-and-done transformation. It's a constant process of reinventing yourself. You can't just stay in the same stagnant water. You have to keep evolving.
This is about a huge shift from being reactive to being proactive. So instead of living in despair or just kind of taking whatever life throws at you, you start operating with this deep, firm belief that great things aren't just possible, but that they are on their way for you. It totally changes the energy you bring to every single day.
And this is how that mindset shift looks in the real world. On the left, the old way of thinking. On the right, the new one. Just look at the difference. A setback isn't something that happens to you anymore, it's a lesson that happened for you. Plan B isn't a safety net, it's just a distraction from Plan A. This isn't just about thinking positive, it's about actively rewiring your brain for success.
So we end here. The entire blueprint, the overwhelming dream, navigating the chaos, the discipline of doing it, reinventing your mindset, it all comes down to this single, simple question. It's not about next week. It's not about your 5-year plan. What is the one thing you will do today to move forward and start building your unstoppable self?